I'm Logan Bryan. I'm on the SPU rowing team, and I'm a novice rower.
Logan, team competed at the Husky Open across town on the Montlake Cut. How do you feel that went on Saturday?
It was a little tricky getting into that race. A lot of unexpected things happened ahead of our race that we weren't anticipating, so we had a little bit of a switcheroo going on.
One of those unexpected things, in fact the main thing, one of your teammates was ill, so you had to put someone else into that lineup, and it caused you to switch seats. First, what seat were you supposed to row in?
I was originally going to row in 2-seat.
And then which seat did you move into?
I moved to stroke seat.
Which is a key spot.
Yeah.
What is the difference then? First, mentally, what do you have to do differently between those two spots?
The difference between 2-seat and stroke seat, when you're in 2-seat, you have 2 guys in front of you in the boat out of the 4 possible guys. And so it's more about following the boat as a whole and pulling with the team. And then when you're in stroke seat, you actually set the pace for the boat, and you're kind of the leader of the boat. You know, everybody follows you, and they follow your stroke and your pressure, and so it's a little more of a challenging role.
Had you in practice been in the stroke seat at all?
We've been practicing me in stroke seat for the past few weeks, and then we put Alden, my teammate, in at stroke seat. He was going to race on Saturday.
Well, you did. The good news is you guys got a race in the week before I had it canceled on American Lake at the Daffodil Sprints. Just how'd that feel to get a full one in there and go the full tilt at 2,000 meters?
It was good. It was a good experience for us. You know, all three out of the 4 of us who were in that boat were novices this year, and then our 4th, Jake Hazel, he was a varsity. So we originally we were going to be all novice. So it was good to get that experience in, and now we know what to expect for this week, and it's good to be able to get that first 2K in.
This week you're down in Lowell, Oregon at the Covered Bridge Regatta. Just your thoughts on competition this weekend?
It's going to be a little stiff because we have 4 rows overall this weekend, so it'll be a lot of work, but we're looking forward to getting all those rows in and getting races down and being able to just pick up our pace as a boat. So far practice this week is looking good, so hopefully we can bring it.
This will be good opportunity to get a lot of racing in, like you say, with 4 rows. You'll be rowing in both the novice and the varsity 4. How do you expect that transition to go between races?
Well, we've been practicing. We'll do 2 2Ks once in a while in the mornings. So that's, you know, it's a quick transition too. We finish one, we row all the way back and do the next one just right again. And so it's all about being able to expend all your energy and then knowing how to regain all of that in just a matter of 10-15 minutes. Thankfully, I won't have to switch that quickly on Saturday, but you know, it'll be a big focus on recovery after I'm done.
And I mean, is a recovery possible? Are you able to get back to or close to 100% for that second race?
I think so. From what we've been doing in training, coaches helped us out with getting everything back in shape. You know, getting our energy back, getting electrolytes in, stretching out, getting the muscles loose again. So.
You mentioned you're a novice rower. That means first-year rower. You had no experience coming into this year. First off, why did you decide to join the SPU rowing team?
I decided to join the SPU rowing team almost out of a whim in the first place. We had the big, kind of the club night out on Tiffany Loop during that first week of school, and I saw one of our big shells laying out in the open, and I thought, oh, it's a rowing team. I want to check this out because you know they're the only team that you can get into without having to be recruited here at SPU. So I checked it out, talked to the coach for a bit and one of the varsity rowers, and then showed up to the meeting the next week and got super interested. Then I showed up to practice the week after that and got me hooked ever since.
Did you have other athletic experience from high school?
Yeah, I played soccer 2 years in high school and golf all 4 years, but nothing quite as physically intense as rowing.
Are there any skills or anything that does carry over from those sports into rowing?
Leg endurance from soccer was a huge help. Just being able to have kind of the runner's legs, the endurance that it takes. And then in terms of golf, I think just hip flexibility and being able to bend over the waist. But I took a little break in between senior year and freshman year here, so I had a little bit of work to do.
What has been the most difficult part of that process in learning how to row?
I would say it's mostly about the technique of rowing. You know, it's easy to hop on one of our rowing machines and drop your times down and get faster week by week, but it's the technique stuff that's always going to be not quite perfect. You know, there's always the one thing to focus on, whether it be timing with the boat or how quick am I feathering, or there's a whole bunch of different variables that you can throw into the equation. So it's going to be something that I'm working on for the next 3 years, hopefully.
Well, outside of the Shell House tour here, first tell us where you're from.
I'm from Olympia, Washington.
And which high school do you attend?
I went to North Thurston High School.
Great. And what do you know yet what you want to major in?
I'm planning on majoring in mechanical engineering.
And any ideas, future plans using that?
Dream job, Disney Imagineer. Get to build all the cool rides and stuff. I mean, that stuff's crazy. I mean, it'd be like a fun job. But, you know, I think realistically I can get into some sort of creative engineering department and see where it goes from there.
And last question, following up on that, which ride at Disney do you think appeals to you the most?
Oh man, Space Mountain. Space Mountain, easy. It's such a fun ride. Go through the dark, you know, there's stars flying by you, you're on a roller coaster. You never know where you're going. It's so fun.
Great. Well, thank you very much, and good luck at the Covered Bridge Regatta.
Yeah, thank you.